What's up, fellow greasy people? It's me, Chuck. This is Up Chuck Chops. Thanks for joining me. It is super duper cold outside. Gonna hit -1 overnight. That's why I have the old hat on, the old Cousin Eddie hat. Keeps me warm. I'm gonna see if I can't put this head together. Maybe heads together. I don't know. That's probably not very funny. It'll probably get cut out, but it humored me. Welcome to dad jokes. I've been cleaning and scraping and lapping and doing things. And now it's time to try to put it together. So I'll be one more baby step closer to having a motorcycle from junk. This old barrel table is quickly becoming a favorite. Oh, razor blades. Hey, these can hurt you. I like to put them in an empty water bottle when I throw them away, but I do not have one. I will find some other safe receptacle to put it in, and then we will continue. If I remember correctly, I have 1 and 2, and I have that on my bench written down on the Formica. This side is 1. So I'm gonna reach around here and get my 3-in-1 oil, give a little dribble, and slide my valves through. There we go. Just a little reminder here, or not a reminder. I'm sorry, it's hard to concentrate. Just a little disclaimer. I haven't watched any videos about doing this since a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna try real hard to do this right. Another disclaimer. I'm not a professional. I don't exactly know what I'm doing. Now to get the special tool. If I remember right last time, this was a wrestling match. I'm sure today will be no different because I need like 6 hands and I only have 2. And, oh, don't do that. Don't lose things on the floor. Okay, we are that far. See if I can get my grubby little fingers in there. Set these little dudes. Where do they go? And I think I need to compress a bit more. Am I gonna have to relearn how to do this? How do you guys on YouTube that know what you're doing make it look so easy? It's because you know what you're doing. I think my spring is fully compressed. Why aren't you doing the thing? This isn't good. I need to stop. We're gonna get those keepers out. I hope. Uh-oh. Well, I have to loosen it now. If you're gonna be dumb, you better be tough. Okay. Whew. That was scary. I got them out. Now it looks like I should be able, how it sits, to drop these guys in to where it's supposed to be. Let's think about it, look at it. There's a little ridge. Oh, does it sit like there? Am I over compressing and complicating? Looky there. I think I done it. It looks a little wonky there, but the spring has tension and it's not shooting off, so I'll call that a win. 3 more times and I'll have her whooped. Okay, little thing here. I opened the manual, and that's a pretty handy thing to have. And it said something about molybdenum sulfide, I don't know what. And it talked about it's a grease. And I reckon I probably should put a little assembly lube on here. Maybe it's wrong. 3-in-1 probably would have done it. There are some measurements I should take. I'm not going to do it because Well, I don't know if I can get these parts. And this engine was low mile. If I was told the truth, and if the odometers told the truth. But it seems to me that many small bore bikes will get 3,000 to 8,000 miles on them and then never see the light of day again. I don't know if that's because people who buy beginner bikes ride them very little and then just decide it's not for them, or if they don't know how to service them, or I mean or they wreck them. There's a 1,000 possibilities, I think. But it seems especially small bore bikes fall to this affliction, if you will. They're low miles, ran when parked, but that was a long time ago and nobody's touched them since. So that little aside, I'm gonna slide this all back in. The manual did say I forget how where the springs are tighter goes towards the head. So there you have that. I'm gonna try and get these keepers not drifting to one side unevenly. Whoops. Like I had them. And then we will continue because I'm using the tool wrong, stupid. All right, now I am getting mad. I'm gonna be embarrassed when I come back and watch this video as I'm editing. I'll probably try to make me not look as dumb as what I am right this second, but I've learned in life, no promises on that. I think when I bumped the camera, I bumped my little lever here and made everything go askew. That's a big word. We're plowing now. Let's try this again. Okay, there's one. There's two. Struggle's real, folks. Learning a new skill. Do you enjoy working on stuff as much as I do? Yeah, it's great. Maybe that's the key. You don't bury the keepers. If you can't tell, I'm in a little over my head. It's okay though. It's how a guy learns. Now I'm getting mad. I'm mad. I'm not getting mad. I am mad. Big deep breath. Garage Trail's way smarter than me. He uses those magic engines that don't have valves. I'm fighting gravity too, which isn't smart, but something about a monkey and a football comes to mind right now, but I try to stay family friendly for the most part. Get around there. Well, rats. Okay, it's holding, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but I don't like how the gap it doesn't match. Makes me mad. Maybe if I just take a tiny little bit of tension off, I can get them not lopped over to one side. Do you see what I'm talking about right there? Big gap, no gap. I don't know if it matters. That's the aggravating part of it is I just don't know. I don't know what I don't know. Maybe if I can take just a little tension off. I'm a world-class dunce. If I had just left this lay flat instead of trying to wrestle it in, this might have worked better. But you know what? There it is. This really should not be this hard. There we go. I got the gap better. I need a tiny little screwdriver. I don't want this to fall. I can't reach my screwdriver and not drop this. What do I have? Arm's reach. I have keys. There we go. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it undid what I wanted. I did it. Very poorly, very slowly, angrily at that. But you see how it looks better. And I know it's under a head cover and all kinds of stuff, but uniformity usually wins. Usually, it's better if things are jiving. You're not loading one side or the other worse than the other. Whatever. I gotta take a break. As I said in real time, probably an hour ago or longer, 3 more times and I got this whipped. Yeah. Yeah, things are... The first one's always the toughest. That's what I tell myself. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I tell myself. The first cut is the deepest. That's not a copyright infringement. Although Sheryl Crow is awesome. It's just what came across my mind. I must be tired. All right, so I think maybe I'm figuring this out. You gotta tip it up to get everything together. Then you gotta roll it flattish. Ugh. See, get on there. Once again. That's not gonna work. Dump them out. I'll adjust my grip. I don't know what you can see right now. I have strategically moved myself closer. Got it. To a tiny flat blade screwdriver that somehow I don't need now. Woohoo! I got 2 done. Nothing seems incredibly wrong yet. Believe me, I can manage it. So I'm probably going to do the other 2 off camera since this is taking entirely too long. Okay, folks, learning takes time. The second 2 valves took about 20 minutes, maybe 15. First 2 took good 45. So I am capable of learning. This is pretty awesome. I have a complete together head that's pretty clean, pretty resurfaced. Yeah, that's what we got going on. So hey folks, if you watched this far, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm 1 step closer to having a running bike, and I appreciate you coming along for the ride, leaving comments, leaving likes. I really appreciate it. I don't know what's next. There are many things to happen before we test fire this dude, but I'm gonna have to ponder, check parts, and probably check out the bottom end of this thing. Start stacking the top end back together. Timing, that's gonna be fun. But sometimes progress takes a little time. So I will catch you guys later.